has drifted out of the meta, but certainly still a very strong pick. But it's the Jinx immediately, Kobe. Wonder if Owner wants to fall back towards that style. This would be crazy, though.
Skewmond, is that you? Owner on the Mundo.
Is that really? Okay! Faker Mel, potentially, could also be a support Mel. Here, the first one in the tournament so far.
Gumayusi, though, on the Ashe, we assume, could be Flex to Keria. He does have a history with it. Ooh, Ashe plus Seraphine, the goated combo. Ashe slows into Seraphine, immediately upgrading into the root, into the stun.
And what a terrifying bot lane that is to try and play against, because if anything lands onto that Jinx, she's going to be locked down immediately. And Ashe so strong at those early levels where Jinx struggles to find any sort of plays, avoiding all that vision as well. You can see Owner now realizing, trying to run back through mid to deny Tarzan the smite, but it's bot lane that might be in trouble.
Yeah, Gumayusi and Keria having to back away. The zap does not connect on Gumayusi. Tarzan down here in the bottom lane. Guma wants first blood on the Kyle. It's going to be secured by Keria. A 1-for-1, but Hope gets the money critically for AL.
Look at that big wave there at the end. Like, Hope resets because the TP from Doran. Guys like Tarzan and Kyle, who AL played through for so much of this split. Oh, Tarzan though.
Tarzan with the Arctic Assault trying to get back into it now. Shanks could be the one under pressure, wants to fire back into the T1 lines. Owner flashing away, staying alive, but there's the Glacial Prison. Only connects under the tank, but Flandra's arrived into the fight. They fight too! Anyone's Legend got exactly what they were looking for. Faker at least gets one back, but he falls as well. Anyone's Legend got exactly what they needed.
And AL, they are back.
There is a reason that this man is one of 3 non-Korean top laners to ever win Worlds.
The Rift Herald is summoned up mid. Flandra separated from the rest of AL, and there's chunks under the AL health bars. T1 staying mostly grouped up. Keep your eyes on Keria over the wall. The arrow collides, but it's only onto Shanks, and he's at a safe distance, so no real value there. Redemption coming in. Seraphine ulti, no value. Owner's gonna be in some danger as immediately Tarzan jumps in the middle of everyone and has to try to flash away. Flandra on the flank. Drake owned now by T1. They will force AL back and they will earn themselves soul point. Yeah, they wanted to at least get the cleanse out of Hope there with the arrow, but fortunately for AL, Tarzan recognizes what might be happening. He steps in front of Hope, throws out the Glacial Prison, not going to find anybody. Keria was going to be the potential target. Chompers are used. Owner with the flash over the wall, trying to stay alive. Scatter the weak from Shanks, does find the Mundo, but he's healing up an awful lot. Hope at about 1/3 HP, steps back away from the Seraphine. Gumayusi looking for the opportunity to find some more slows, but it's only a volley. Redemption for AL, heals up Kyle and Hope. Pings coming out from T1 towards that top side, looking at the Otacon.
Hope takes so much poke off the back of it, and now T1, they immediately want to go for the Otacon with the TP from Faker.
Exactly, and they know that Flandra doesn't have a TP, so Flandra has to walk all the way from the bottom side. He's going to do it though, pincer on Doran.
But I'm sure T1 have it in their minds what happened at the Otacon in the previous game. They do not want to overstay. They do not want to force on this objective that can shred that tanky front line that you're talking about and let Hope start to get some resets. Now AL moving in. They're going to start up the Otacon. TP ready to arrive from the T1 side. Otacon loses his patience. AL have to be a bit careful. Flandra here on the side, he's gonna find Doran, who finds him, as now the Solar Snare finds Tarzan, and T1 are moving forward. They charm up the enemy jungler. Tarzan's already down, but Doran dies. Hope is excited, but where's the rest of the fight? Keria tries to get away, Gumayusi right beside him. Flandra here in the front line as Owner's gonna be chopped up. The Mundo dies, Hope's on a killing spree. Flandra going forward, but Faker takes him out. Hope, Shanks, and Kyle trying to get away. Guma, Keria, and Faker stepping forward. The Otacon, it's impatient, but it's so close to dead. It is stolen away by Faker himself.
Mel wins those every time.
Onto Flandra, and then the follow-up onto the Otacon as well.
Oh, now they're on the hunt once again.
Flandra off to the side is going to be seen there by the ward. Jumps over the wall there with the Umbral Dash. T1 taking a little bit of poke here. Scatter the weak, no target found. Shanks still looking for a little bit more opportunity there. Owner losing about 1,000 HP here so far, but he is the Mundo, has plenty to work with. More zaps fired through. T1, they have the dragon down to 2/3 HP. AL continuing to step forward. Gumayusi trying to stay very far back. Goes for the arrow. He finds it on Shanks. AL's mid laner is under pressure, but he gets away for now. Doran creating space. Dragon at 40%. Tarzan still nearby, but so is Owner. Dragon losing patience. Flandra's World Ender is about to expire. Doran still here on the front line. Hit with the Q1 of Flandra. Owner at about half HP. Shanks looking for a little bit more. Dragon at 2K. Glacial Prison fired out, but it's claimed the soul for T1. But Owner has already died. AL have got to find more, unless they want to lose the game here. Doran takes a ton of burst. Scout of the week, the damage from the unleashed power. Shanks has another kill, and Tarzan is chasing after Faker. He gets the smite for the slow. They're gonna find another kill, but it's Hex Tech Soul for T1. 3 kills to AL, a 2,000 gold lead, but Baron's not on the map.
For the entire duration of the game now, Hex Tech slows are so annoying for AL.
And the shielding from Keria to make sure that there's no follow-up from AL after.
Still, I like this from AL. See if they can find those picks. See if they can play off a vision. That's some damage onto Owner.
Yeah, they're going to commit onto the Doctor. Mundo! Shanks has killed him. Owner is dead. You want to talk about clutch moments? There you go. Tarzan and Flandra going forward. Faker's going to be caught. So much damage from AL. Faker about to die. Shanks on a rampage. Anyone's legend. 2 huge kills.
The soul is not enough when the heart of the LPL is with anyone's legend. They will move over towards the Baron as Shanghai erupts.
Doran, Keria, and Gumayusi, 3v5 if nothing else. They need to stop the Baron from going over to AL right now. Shanks on the side, no ulti available for the Syndra here just yet. Tarzan over the wall wants to go in after Keria. Infernal Chains are going to connect. This Seraphine is down. Tarzan is traded, but Doran has died too. It's Gumayusi against anyone's legend as he tries to kite and fight, but he's stunned. Good night, but kill for Shanks. AL delayed ace.
Even at the start of the fight before this, it was Hope who had Tarzan jump in front of Gumayushi's arrow that denied the follow-up from T1, that kept the Jinx alive.
T1, they're moving into the river. They're taking total control now. Hope wants to grab the red buff, and Flandra needs to get back out and join up with the rest of AL here for the fight. Red buff secured. Elder Drake started, but so slowly. Flandra gonna move forward, try to clear away the control ward. They're going in after the Aatrox. They set him up with the arrow. Flandra has been caught at a critical moment. Over the wall goes Tarzan. Wild Growth coming in from Kael. Guardian Angel will bring Flandra back, but where is the damage on AL's side? Doran into the back line. Kael is already down. Doran killed in response. T1 pushing forward. Shanks the next kill. Hope trying to kite. He needs to get away because T1 have won the fight 2-1.
Flandra is trying to reset and teleport back in. He's trying to link up with the team. The minions are here. They need to turn it. That's the teleport.
Okay, T1, they've got to understand this Aatrox is probably their target. Flandra arrives. Solar Snare looking to lock him up. Owner taking a ton of damage. Hope is excited. Flandra's got the kill. Solar Snare on Hope, but it's not going to do any more. Flandra's going to try to get away. Goes back in here for the Q1. Tarzan wants to engage on the Gumayusi, but he cannot find him. Flandra over the wall. Wants Faker. Can't get the damage. Hope can't do it either. Gumayusi's still alive. T1 out team fight anyone's legend for another delayed ace.
T1 kite into the alcove of death. They take down AL.
Kael and Shanks, even with the level 16 Syndra, there's just not an angle. And now, with the Elder in their possession, you would have to think that T1 is going to take a stroll up into the top side of the rift and add Baron to it.
This now becomes a game of delaying, of trying to deny T1 from taking down the Nexus. Having both of these buffs means that they can tear through anyone's legend.
With the power of the Elder, they've got to secure this one. AL, what are they even going to do? You have to try and turtle and wait out these super powerful endgame buffs now.
The Elder, the Baron, the Soul, the Otacon, every possible advantage you could have in League of Legends, T1 commands for the next 2 minutes. Doran guiding the top lane minions up now as well as the second inhibitor falls, and T1 are looking for the end of the game. The Elder's got 15 seconds left on it. T1 guiding the Baroned up minions toward the Nexus turrets. Solar Snare not hitting a target. Flandra and the rest of AL scrambling to try to defend. Nexus turret's down to about half HP. Owner takes some burst. Tarzan takes more. T1 looking for the engage. They found Flandra, but he gets away. Half HP on the front line of AL. T1 pushing forward. They've made their way on the Nexus. AL scrambles to defend. Doran can't do it. History is written by the victors. And yet again, T1 turns the page of the LPL. They will once again earn their place in the semifinals.
Faker has never failed to make the semifinals at Worlds when he has attended. And today will be no different.
It's another chalk line on what has been a very one-sided scoreboard for T1 as they take to the stage in Shanghai, securing semi-finals and one more date with an LPL squad.
12-0 in World's Best of Fives over 12 years for Faker. T1 remains the nightmare of LPL teams at the height of League of Legends competition.
But man, it was close. AL pushed them to the absolute limits. Respect.
And they will now take the stage to bow to the home crowd. It is heartbreaking for them. They came so close. But once more again, T1 just better on the day, better in those clutch moments. And I'm going to send it to our better halves of the desk to break it all down for us.
Thank you so much. An absolutely wonderful cast of what was an unbelievable best of 5 and what was also a stellar game 5 to watch. But the emotions on the losing side